Hey guys, welcome back here to another episode of Magic Mondays, where today I have this red-green Infect deck that I already have in real life, but except I tweaked it majorly because it's forged. So, to start off, I have 4 creatures and they're all the same. That's the only creature I have in this iteration, and that's Glistener Elf. It's 1 green to cast, 1/1 with Infect creature. It's an elf warrior creature. None of that creature types or anything matter for this deck, but as per the usual, other decks will matter. I'll get to some tribal decks eventually. But long story short, the combo is with Glistener Elf and Assault Strobe, which Assault Strobe is 1 red to cast. So you got 1 red and 1 green for these. And target creature gains double strike until end of turn for Assault Strobe. And then it resolves around pumping Glistener Elf and then giving it double strike and then swinging for lethal. And the most common way to achieve that is on turn 2 with mutagenic growths. Which is a 1 Phyrexian green to cast, and we'll get to that later. So we have creature covered, we have sorcery covered. So here are all the instants that are in the deck. Blooming Defense. It's 1 green to cast. For target creature you control gains +2/+2 and hexproof until end of turn. It's just in there mostly for the pump, although with, Glistener Elf having Infect, there's a lot of Infect haters out there for due reason. Doesn't matter how much your life total's at, 10 poison counters, you're done. So definitely understand the hate. Next, 1 red to cast. So 1 red to cast, basically a giant growth. A +3/+3 until end of turn. Giant Growth is definitely the most known for that one. Next, we have Built to Smash. 1 red to cast. Target attacking creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. If it's an artifact creature, it gains trample until end of turn as well. Which, I don't have that for this deck, but yeah, let's look at the next one here. Crimson Wisps is 1 red to cast. Target creature becomes red and gains haste until end of turn. And then you draw a card. So I put a lot of giving haste things in here because if I get enough of the boxes on turn 1, I could potentially give Glistener Elf haste if I have the other pieces of the combo, and then swing for lethal. Just turn 1, which would be snazzy. And Expedite is the same thing right here, and 1 red to cast. For target creature gains haste until end of turn and draw a card. So it doesn't change color identity, but still the same effect, pretty much. Fervent Strike is 1 red to cast. Target creature gains +1/+0 and gains first strike and haste until end of turn. So it achieves the goal of haste with a couple extra oomphs, which is nice. Then we have Fever Charm, which I think looks like it's from Kamigawa. Not sure. An Onslaught, I guess. But, so you choose 1, target creature gains haste until end of turn, which is the one I'd be choosing with this deck. Or target creature gains +2/+0 until end of turn, which is the secondary choice depending on how everything else is playing out. And then, or Fever Charm deals 3 damage to target wizard. That would be very rare for me to go up against a wizard tribal deck, but it is possible. Next, like I said, Giant Growth. 1 green to cast is the very most widely known +3/+3 until end of turn effect. Then we have Groundswell, which I was hesitant on putting this one in the deck, namely because I don't run that many lands, because Forge allows me to run Moxes, but Groundswell has Landfall, so I do have 4 dual lands in here, and it is just 1 green to cast. For target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn, or if you had a land enter the battlefield under your control this turn, it gets +4/+4 instead. Pretty basic stuff. Let's see, what's next? Might of Old Krosa. When target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn, or if you cast it during your main phase, so slightly better for this deck than Groundswell. It gets +4/+4 until end of turn instead. Then we have the big one that I was definitely naming off, Mutagenic Growth. 1 Phyrexian green to cast, meaning I can pay green mana or 2 life, which more often would be paying the life, because you're going for early game. And target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. So you got 4 of those. Alright. And then, so all those instants out of the way, leaves us to the main mana base. Black Lotus, 0 cost to cast artifact. You tap and sack it, and you add 3 of any 1 color, which all y'all should know that from the last few videos. Same thing, Mox Emerald, 0 cost to cast, taps to add 1 green. And then Mox Ruby, taps to add 1 red. And then to finish up the mana base, with actual lands for, I think this is the first time I've had a deck with actual lands to show you. Taiga, it's the original dual land. It's just straight a mountain forest, and taps to add 1 red or 1 green. Your choice. So, now that that's done, I will test that out a little bit later to see how it goes, but that was the main idea for today. But I hope you enjoyed, and if you liked, do click the like button down there. If you didn't like it, you feel free to hit that dislike button and tell me in the comments what you didn't like. And then do hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos. And if you want to see each and every video, do ring that little bell. And until the next time, this is Leo, over and out. Peace.